Tiny Secret goes up. Danish Whiskey and Moxar will be the last two to move in for our fourth race today. Elders Real Estate Laidley Handicap. Moxar now comes in, and now they're set to go. Ready to jump. Danish Whiskey running the favourite 220. Kissing Type's restless in the gates. On the rails alley, Kissing Type, its second favourite on track at 280. At the start of just having a look at Kissing Type, who was on the toe. On the tote board, 240 Danish Whiskey, 470 Kissing Type, 760 Moxar, 790 Spirited Sea. Stand by, some advice coming through. Broadcast. Thank you. Chairman of Stewards Daniel Orish advising that Kissing Type became cast in the gates. It's been released from its barrier, and the vet is currently having a look at Kissing Type. It's right in the market too, 550. Actually second favourite on the tote with Danish Whiskey, the 240 favourite, but Kissing Type, who became cast in the gates, is now undergoing the eye of the veterinary surgeon, so we'll have some news shortly. This race, the first leg of the quadrilla. Goltz has hopped off. We'll have some news soon. Stand by. Hello. Thank you. Kissing Type, a late scratching. Kissing Type, a late scratching, taken out at 2:51 Queensland time, acting on veterinary advice. So the second favourite is out. Race 4, number 5, Kissing Type, a late scratching at the gates. Red light on now. Set to jump. Ready for a dispatch. They're racing. Danish Whiskey was ordinarily out. In fact, she was about second last away at the jump. Forever Canny and Jewel of Zaha brilliantly out. They share the early lead. To follow went to third. Moxar on the improve to fourth. Then Spirited Sea about 3 away. Tiny Secret. Danish Whiskey's got many lengths to make up. She's second last, 8 to 9 off them. And 5 away Galactic Spirit. I'd suggest the pace is strong as they run towards the 600 metres and 2 roughies. Jewel of Zaha and Forever Canny dispute the lead. Moxar trailing him third to follow fourth. A couple to Spirited Sea in fifth. Then Danish Whiskey, still 5 to 6 of them on the improve. Outside of Tiny Secret and a minute away Galactic Spirit. On the approach to the turn, Jewel of Zaha and Forever Canny about to be joined by Moxar getting into the clear. Wide of Spirited Sea, to follow still there. Looking for a run, Tiny Secret. Danish Whiskey right to the outside, starting to run on now. She's coming quickly now, the favourite Danish Whiskey. She's grabbed them in one fell swoop. Move clear and she's home. Danish Whiskey a good win. Tiny Secret second. Spirited Sea third. Moxar fourth. Then to follow Forever Canny, Jewel of Zaha and Galactic Spirit. Kissing Type scratched at the gates. Danish Whiskey the winner. Gee, she was a long way off them early, but it looked as though it was a pretty strong tempo, so the leaders had to get tired. Danish Whiskey was there to strike, and she swept home to score, paying 180 and 120 on Tats Bet Tote. Number 4, Danish Whiskey the winner. 7-second Tiny Secret. Just had trouble getting a run on the straight, Tiny Secret, when Danish Whiskey was in full flight. Don't know if it would have made any difference, but she certainly was held up at a vital stage. And 6 has run third, Spirited Sea. Fourth is 3, Moxar. So the result, 4, 7, 6 and 3. 4, 7, 6, 3 confirmed. 4 first, Danish Whiskey. Popular start to the quadrilla. Ridden by Chris Munce. 7 second, Tiny Secret, Brooke Richardson. 6 third, Spirited Sea, Jim Byrne. And 4th was 3, Moxar. Total dividends, 4 Danish Whiskey, 180, 120. 7 Tiny Secret, 240. 6 Spirited Sea, 180. We'll have the quadrilla and trifecta shortly. Time was 1:4.89. Spread home 34.65. In the end, a clear-cut win, 1 3/4 lengths by a half length. 1 3/4 by a half. 1-4.89, 34.65. The spread home, and the result official 4-7 and 6. That Quinella paid $9.50 and the trifecta $72.60. Danish whiskey started $2.20. Those prices will be subject to deduction, however, because there was no new market formed. She's a nice type, Danish whiskey, raced by the Three Fingers Racing Syndicate by Dane Shadow out of Devon Feroz, a 3-year-old black filly. That's her second win today. She was produced first up to win at Doomben in late September. We haven't seen her since then, so whether she had a setback or not, I'm not 100% certain, but she hasn't raced since that first up win, but she's done the job in good fashion today. Outsped early, but very strong at the end. Liam Birchley and Chris Munce combining. Tiny Secret second by Secret Savings for Brett Baker and Brooke Richardson. And third was Spirited Sea by El Moxie, John Collins, Jim Byrne. Race 5, Ken Hooper and Associates Solicitors Handicap, scheduled for 3:30. Scratch 1, Daffin Elf, 3, Blackleg Bay, 8, Perfect Tio, 12, Jackatan, 13, Soccerada. Scratch 1, 3, 8, 12, 13. Field of 10 running, no riding changes. Race 5 jumps at 3:30. Those starting prices, $2.20 Danish whiskey, $13 Tiny Secret, $8 Spirited Sea, but they will be subject to deduction. Stand by now for weight and the deductions as well on race 4.